Hi, Kat.
Hey, John.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am good.
Oh. Okay.
Why do you sound like a chihuahua on cocaine? Right
I don't know
What's
what you're
going
talking
on?
about. What are you talking about? Why are you saying
Yeah,
that
I
at
don't-
me in front of everybody? Everybody's listening right now, and you're talking like that to me?
What's up?
Hey, man. What's
Hey.
going on?
Podcast.
Cool.
Yeah.
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 Let's do it. Let's do one.
Let's do one of those podcasts that we do. Yeah. Let's do it. Mistakes. We've made them. Other people make them. We talk about them.
Yep.
That's what's up. Now you know.
Knowing is half the battle. Go,
That's true.
Joe.
Go Joe. G.I. Joe.
Real American hero.
Have you seen the Fensler films? Kat?
The Fensler films. I don't know what that is.
They're G.I. Joe spots that have been redubbed and recut.
That's fun.
Oh my God, Kat, I cannot believe I am possibly introducing you to the Fensler films G.I. Joe.
I think you might be.
Oh man, I'm so excited. Okay, that's going to happen. I got a couple of words for you. Pork chop sandwiches.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm intrigued.
Everyone right now should just Google G.I. Joe pork chop sandwiches. You will find it on YouTube. It'll be there. But there's no way you're watching those without me watching you watch them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to happen. Cool. So anyway, that is pleasure deferred. But in the moment, yeah. What are we doing? What are we talking about? It's Kat. It will be after Christmas by the time our mistakers hear this, and it will also be after Hanukkah.
Yes.
And I don't know when Kwanzaa is, and I got to be honest. I don't know anyone who celebrates Kwanzaa, and that's not because I don't know any black people. But yeah, I don't. Do you know anybody who celebrates Kwanzaa?
I can't say that I do.
Okay. Mistakers, if you or someone you know celebrates Kwanzaa, send us an email to mymistakepodcast@gmail.com and let us know that we're horrible people.
Well, we already knew that we were horrible people.
Right.
But let me tell you what Wikipedia says.
Okay.
Kwanzaa this year will take place from December 26th through January 1st.
Okay.
So
That puts
this I think comes out in the middle of Kwanzaa.
in the middle of Kwanzaa. Well,
Right.
Joyous Kwanzaa to everyone celebrating currently.
Yes, happy Kwanzaa,
Who's
everyone.
listening? Yeah, absolutely. I don't know whether I feel like I did a good job or a bad job.
I don't know either.
I don't know either. Anyway,
We should probably move on.
we're past the holiday taint. Depending on which direction you were progressing through the holiday taint, you are either at the junk or the bunk.
So you don't consider the New Year, New Year's Eve
Oh.
as one of the end of the taint. That's not part of the holidays. I've
No,
considered the
I'm-
holidays.
I mean, I guess now I'm trying to think how to say this without being disgusting. But,
I mean, why
well,
bother?
it,
Just say it, Joe.
there's at least two parts to both female and male junk.
Sure.
So I guess New Year's would be the best part of all of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you're going north to south. Or
Well,
south to,
I'm going rear to fore at
I
this
see.
point. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
From aft to fore if we're going that direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, in that case, I would agree with you and say that is the best part.
There you go. Even though New Year's is, let me ask you this,
Please.
I think people are starting to come clean about this. Have you ever had a wonderful New Year's Eve?
Yes, I've had one.
Yeah. Okay. Were you out at a club with a bunch of other people partying?
I actually was.
Wow. You're the one. You're the one person who had a good time doing it.
And then we ended the night at Denny's.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it was the perfect night. And
I have. Yeah. Go ahead. I want to hear it.
It was a costume type event. It was like a 1920s theme, and it was
love it.
It was glorious.
So it's like Gatsby, right? You're like,
Yeah, and
straight up
I like
flappers
I kind of looked like Gatsby.
Nice.
I of course, wore a tuxedo.
I figured you wore a tux. I'm thinking like maybe a morning coat in gray with pinstripes. I'm picturing. No?
No, I mean, no.
No.
Classic black tux with tails. I don't think I had a top hat. I probably looked for one, but I
Right.
definitely had tails.
But did you slick the hair back?
You know I did, brother.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. I want to see pictures of this. I figure they must exist.
Yes, they do, and I will find them for you.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it was funny. I after last week, last week when we were talking about how we used to go to parties together and imbibe and get silly, and then I found a picture of us
That's right, you
from
did.
a Christmas party from back in the before time, and we were both making very attractive duck face,
Yes,
and I had to send that to you.
I loved it. We were ducking it up.
We were totes ducking. We were ducking it up hard.
What year was that? Do you know?
You know, I can find out.
I'm gonna guess 2016. That's my
Seems
guess.
right. It was before you took the plunge with your hairstyle. You still had
yes.
long hair.
You had no beard. I mean, obviously, because this was
Right.
before times.
And it was the before times.
And it was, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking.
Seems right. Just gotta memories.
Memories.
Light the corner. Oh, it must have been yesterday. It was. That makes sense. I don't know how to look at memories that aren't today. Let's just go with it was 2016.
Oh, I got it
do that.
right.
Yeah. Yay, Cat won.
Very smart.
Yep. So I thought maybe we should post the duck face photo.
I love that.
We should do that.
And I'll try to find a me with a slick back Gatsby look.
Oh yeah, let's definitely have it. I want to see you in full Leo mode, like you're right up in the camera with the champagne glass. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm sure
that's
that
what we
could
need.
be arranged. Have you, John, had a great New Year's Eve out on the town with your wife, of course, at a club, at a club?
I will be honest with you. I don't think that Michelle and I have ever gone out to a club on New Year's since we've known each other. And it's because before I knew her, I would frequently go out. And when you live in LA and you know, it sounds like you were at like kind of a nerdy kind of thing where people were dressing up. And
It was the Edison.
oh, love the Edison.
Yeah, it
Love
was
I think we introduce you to the Edison perhaps?
Maybe.
I don't even know if that club still exists because
I don't either.
I don't go to clubs anymore, but it was really cool because it was very much like a speakeasy 1920s gin joint kind of vibe.
Exactly.
And but they would have like basically almost like Cirque du Soleil. I think they were called Lucent Dossier was the name of the
You have
group.
an incredible memory.
I remember them. I mean, I was just very into it. It's like, holy crap, we go to this bar and there's like scantily clad women doing acrobatics and aerobatics and all kinds
Yeah.
of crazy batics.
I actually know one of the women who was one of the dancers there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Anyway.
Yeah, but the Edison. We just did an ad for them, and we don't even know if they exist anymore.
No, I hope they do. 'Cause it was a cool club. And wasn't it in like the old Edison building? Like it
Yes.
was old Art Deco, incredibly beautiful.
And there was a lot of like hammered copper stuff and things that had been like rescued from the old power plant that looked like it was just so cool.
I hope it's still around.
I hope it's still there. They should rename it though. It should be like the Tesla. But then that brings up no, but I'm talking about Nikola Tesla, not
He's ruined it for Tesla now.
Yep.
He ruined another thing.
Uh,
Yep, I never liked that guy right from
no.
the beginning. Everybody
Is that
knows
right?
that.
You always said that,
Yeah, it's documented.
except when you didn't.
Never trusted him.
Nope. But yeah, no. Before Michelle, like we met in 2002. I moved here in 1996, so that was 6 years, and I probably went out to clubs most of those years.
Sure.
And it was always miserable. And there was always like $100 cover to get into the club.
Of course.
And then drinks were like $30 for a cocktail.
Ridiculous.
Or, or you could only buy a bottle of champagne, and it was like Andre, but they were charging you $80 for it. Never. Yeah. The only thing I do remember that I really thought was cool, I was at the Firefly, I think it was, in Hollywood.
We're just dropping all kinds of names.
I know, right? I'm going to tell you how long ago this was. It was the year that they banned smoking inside, and so it went into effect at midnight.
Oh,
and I
shit.
think it was between 96 and 97. It might have been between 97 and 98.
That's fun.
And so at midnight, everybody took their cigarettes that we were all smoking and threw them down on the ground and ground them out. And then like half of those people relit another one because they did not give a shit. And that went on for like another month before like they started actually cracking down on that.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And now I'm so glad because I don't smoke anymore. And I would never want to be in a room like those rooms were.
No, I mean, I remember growing up, like you could sit in the non-smoking section inside, but it's like
And there was no barrier
there's no
whatsoever.
such thing. It's all smoking.
Yeah. Somebody sitting 3 feet away from you was in the smoking section, and they were making good use of those rights.
Yep.
So now, like my favorite New Year's now is like, let's get a fire crackling in the fireplace,
Love it.
little Netflix, and maybe some chill if things are good.
Yeah,
It's just,
buddy.
I mean, like that's New Year's for me. Like I am so like parties. We've had parties where it's like 5 or 6 people.
Yeah.
like it's nice. It's intimate.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Even when, let's say, like tomorrow, COVID is like zapped out of existence.
Oh,
it's like,
man,
we can
I
all
wish.
go out and do stuff. I'd still want to do what you described. Like, I just want to stay home. I'm going to watch Anderson Cooper and that other guy get drunk on national television.
Nice. Yeah, because Kathy Griffin can't be on anymore since she
know.
held Trump's head.
It's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Free Kathy. Bring her back.
She got suspended from Twitter too.
Yeah,
because she said some. Yeah.
She's back.
Is she
on
banned
Twitter.
or is she?
No, she's
Oh,
back
okay.
on Twitter.
Okay.
But yeah, no, she got the raw. She got boned. She got boned.
Yeah, nobody stood up for her, but it's partly because her comedy often relies on telling stories that the people involved would not have wanted her to tell.
Well, sure. I mean, she's doesn't have a lot of friends in town, but
Yep.
anyway,
She probably has worse stories that she doesn't tell. I'm guessing.
I would imagine.
I don't know. Anyway.
I sat next to her at the Stevie Nicks concert.
Oh, nice. That's nice. I mean, hey, nice.
I don't know. It was fine.
Fine. Was she enjoying Stevie Nicks?
She was having a great fucking time.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great to hear.
Yeah. And actually Stevie called oh, this one's for Kathy Griffin. Like clearly they're good friends, I guess.
Oh, that you did have good seats.
They were
If
good.
they're
but
good
they weren't
friends and you were sitting next to her.
I guess. I don't know. I think Kathy paid for those seats. I don't think they were comped.
No,
I don't know. I don't know where those. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
It's fine.
Yeah, everything's great.
Anyway,
Yeah. It's the holiday season, Kat.
it is. We're still in the taint. We're still not to the good part.
I mean, no, I feel like the good part. I will say this year I am quite pleased that I feel like I have gotten into the spirit early enough
Good.
that I don't feel like it'll be like the last few years where it came and went so fast that I felt like I missed it. Like
I get it.
it's like it's 2 days before Christmas and now there's holiday music.
I guess.
That's a holidays. That's a holiday song we don't have to pay for the rights to.
No, luckily. But it's funny because if you don't go to grocery stores or shopping malls or anything like large indoor where people go around the holidays, you would know it's Christmas. Like if you're staying home, I don't watch like network TV, so I'm not inundated with like Christmas commercial after Christmas commercial. Like
Yeah.
I go shopping, I go in for what I want, I get the fuck out. I don't go to malls because I hate malls. I don't go to I don't go to Target this time of year. I don't go to whatever because it's crazy. There's no you're just inundated from like Halloween to the taint, even
Right.
to the end of the taint. Like it's just everywhere. But if you don't go anywhere, you wouldn't know it's Christmas.
Right. No, I on October 31st, I went to Home Depot. I had to pick something up for the house. I think it was like filter or something for the furnace. And they had Christmas stuff up on October 31st.
Oh, it was before that, John.
Yeah,
I went
yeah.
to Lowe's before Halloween. It was like 2 weeks before because I was looking for Halloween stuff. Good fucking luck. It
Yeah.
was all the clearance aisle shit.
Yep.
What
Yeah.
the fuck? Why?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Don't get me started.
We can't live in the moment at all. We can't be mindful and live in the moment and just worry about what's going on now.
And guess what? There's this whole other holiday between Halloween and Christmas. You fucking maniacs.
And you should be grateful.
You
for
really
that
should
holiday.
be. Of all holidays, that's the holiday you should be grateful for.
Yep.
Fuckers.
Yep,
And
that's
sorry,
right.
you don't sell a bunch of Thanksgiving decorations, so why would you bother putting it in the stores? Mm-hmm. Fuck you.
I think there should be Thanksgiving decorations.
There should be. There should be a lot more than I see.
Yep.
I went to Michael's. This is a rant. I was hosting Thanksgiving this year.
Go.
And, it was Halloween was over. I couldn't think about Thanksgiving until Halloween was put to bed. It's like maybe the second, the end of the first week of November. I'm ready for Thanksgiving decorations. I got to get some nice fall decor for the house. Good luck, John.
Yeah.
Again,
No.
clearance aisle, maybe a couple of pumpkins, a turkey placemat, but that's it.
Like
What
one.
are we doing with our lives, John?
I don't know. We only have one holiday in this country that is dedicated to gratitude, right? And to the people who we like smallpoxed the crap out of, by the way.
Yeah.
When we arrived. We're really grateful. They're not
a
grateful
number
that
on
they
them,
kept us
John.
alive. Yeah. We did do a number. And it's 666. That's the number we did to them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, boo. So yeah, we were starving, right? And I say we. I'm not like I don't trace my origins to the Mayflower, but,
No, but
I still look a
you might
lot
as
like
well.
those people. my genetics are not that far off.
I mean, you put a hat on you, John, and you're a fucking pilgrim.
That's right. But here's the thing: you should remember, my ancestors were from Ireland, and everybody hated us, justified or not.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, it's the only holiday that we have that's dedicated to gratitude, and we give it short shrift.
We do.
I mean, it's like the shortest shrift. I've never seen shrift that short.
Find some shorter shrift, and I will pay you a goddamn $100. I'll give you $100.
I dare you. Shorter shrift does not exist.
It does not.
No.
And as soon as you go to the store on January 2nd, guess what you're going to see?
Valentine's.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yep. Nope. That's it.
And then-
Valentine's.
And then towards 2 or 3 days before Valentine's Day, hello, it's Easter. Woohoo, look at the bunnies are hopping their asses into
Yeah.
Target again. They're bringing all that bullshit with them.
Yep. We're skipping like 3 months ahead,
Yeah.
at least. Yeah. And from Easter, then that's the holiday doldrums, right?
It's the lull.
Yeah. Then it's like mattress sales and those kind of holidays where it's used car lots and mattress stores.
It's just bunting. It's just bunting.
Yep. Bunting. Oh yeah. Well, it's the 4th of July, but
It's a bunting holiday.
Yeah. Exactly.
Uncle Sam, that fucking guy.
Don't bunt. Take a swing. Come on. What are we even doing here?
I
Ted?
don't know. Have we started recording yet?
Maybe. Sure. Why not? I have a thing that yes.
But anyways, happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays, all. Bahamha.
God.
Yep.
Anyway.
Something. All right. So, okay. I have a thing I would like to read to you, and I must admit to you,
I love
I have not yet read the whole thing.
Great.
Yeah. So, I mean, well, I like to keep some,
I know it was intentional.
the element of surprise.
Yes, of course.
In things. So let me read you and you'll understand what it has to do with this podcast as soon as I read you the title.
Okay.
Man orders nothing burger from McDonald's and is left in stitches when it arrives.
Oh.
Okay. So we got the McDonald's.
Love that.
There's the mystery of this nothing burger.
Okay, never heard of it.
Yep. Description under the title. A man has left people online in stitches after he placed an order for a nothing burger from his local McDonald's, as the unusual request saw him receive something strange. Now, Kat, I have not read this whole article, as I previously mentioned. What would you, if you had to put money on this, what would you suspect that this guy who ordered a nothing burger from McDonald's, what would you suspect that he would receive?
I'm guessing he received. There's two ways to go here.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, he either received a hamburger bun with no meat in there.
Okay.
No hamburger, just what you would put in and around the hamburger.
Okay.
Or he received an empty box with nothing in it.
Okay. All
Those
right.
are my guesses.
I have lodged your guesses. They beep, boop, boop, they're locked in. By the way, this is from mirror.co.uk.
Oh, very good.
So the Mirror, really
Fine,
reputable, fine. I mean, it's well known. The Mirror is well known.
That's true.
In the UK, but I don't know about its reputation for journalism. But who's going to lie about this? Kat, we all love a cheeky McDonald's every now and then.
I guess.
And thanks to delivery apps, it's become even easier to order your favorite guilty pleasure foods from the comfort of your own sofa. The apps even allow you to fully customize your order so you can ditch the onions or opt for a burger without any ketchup. And there's no limit to the number of items you can remove from your burger, which is perfect for people who know exactly what they want, even if it isn't strictly on the menu.
Okay.
But McDonald's hugely customizable menu also means you can think outside the box with your order. And that's exactly what one man did when he decided to try getting a nothing burger, a cheeseburger with literally every item removed. And then we see a tweet from one Rob Denblaker. Okay. And he says, okay, let's try this again. Ordering a nothing burger from McDonald's. This time, nothing else in the order. Will they cancel it? Deliver an empty bag? I am doing this so you don't have to. Thank you for your service, Rob Denblaker. And then they show their cart at McDonald's, and with the following order: cheeseburger, no mustard, no ketchup, no diced onions, no pickle, no American cheese, no meat, no regular bun, no salt. $1.89.
All right.
So a cheeseburger with literally everything that goes on a cheeseburger removed costs $1.89 at McDonald's.
Got it.
Right.
Good to know.
Yeah, good to know. The story continues. Ron Denblaker from the U.S. took to Twitter to share his order, where he revealed that he had paid $1.89, that's £1.56.
Oh, thank you.
For a cheeseburger, and had customized it so that it had no mustard, no ketchup, no diced onions, no pickles, no American cheese, no meat, no regular bun, and no salt. In his first tweet, posted to his @Ron Denblaker account, he said, okay, yeah. I just read them the tweet.
Yeah, we know what it says.
Yep. Rob ordered his nothing burger through the delivery app DoorDash and was left in stitches when he received a message from his delivery driver claiming McDonald's was, quote, confused as to what you want on your order. The man admitted he didn't reply to the courier and just waited for his order to arrive.
Oh, come on. You're wasting this guy's time.
Before returning to the Twitter thread to update his followers when he got exactly what he asked for, nothing. He wrote, they delivered an empty wrapper.
Amazing.
Rob later clarified he had tipped his DoorDash driver $6, £5,
Good.
for the trouble of dealing with his bizarre
bullshit?
request. Yeah. So with the delivery fees included, he had paid a total of $15, 12 pounds,
Holy shit.
for his empty McDonald's wrapper. He also joked, "I literally saved a cow's life by ordering a McNothing instead of a burger."
I don't think you did, buddy.
I don't think he saved
did
a whole
nothing.
cow. That's kind of
You
crazy.
did nothing.
Yeah. And that's the end of that story, Kat.
What I think is the to me, John, and I'm glad you read it because that's in her wheelhouse. That's right there.
It's on several levels.
For me, the most interesting part of that story is that, and at first I thought this story took place in the UK. I
thought so
falsely
too.
assumed, and I was going to make a joke about that, but instead I got to make a joke that only in the US can you add salt to a McDonald's burger because there's not enough sodium in there.
I gotta be honest with
what
you.
are you doing?
I think he opted out of the salt. I think it comes with salt on it by default.
Like it's part of the ingredients.
Part of the, yeah.
What? Where is the salt in the old rundown here? When do they add the salt?
If we have any Mickey D's employees out there, let us know. What's up? Do you shake some salt on the burger? Do you put the ketchup on first, then the mustard, then the salt? What happens?
Yeah, you're sprinkling on those pickles and onions.
Yeah.
I'm not really that interested, but I'm mildly interested.
Sure. Can I point something out that I find extra interesting, Kat? And it's probably not, but I still find it that way. They didn't order a hamburger. They specifically ordered a cheeseburger
Sure.
and then omitted the cheese.
Sure, yeah.
So that's interesting to me.
There's a lot here. I'm glad he tipped his driver because he did waste that person's time.
Right. Well, he didn't because he gave them, was it it was $6, which is, I don't know, 7 pounds or something.
It's a good tip. It's a good tip for a $1.89 bill.
Sure.
But still. I don't know. Was it worth it, John? Do you think it was worth this experiment in, I don't know what call it,
it's
fast
no
food,
land,
social
air, sea.
experiment? No, it's far from it. It's the opposite, actually.
It is, where we ordered too much food and ate all of it. He ordered no food and didn't eat any of it. How does that work? I don't know.
Maybe he sat down and opened up the wrapper and took out his imaginary burger. Maybe he did eat nothing.
Maybe he did. Far be it from me to speculate on the matter.
And in case someone has not listened to the episode where John and I eat a land, air, and sea concoction from McDonald's, we both ordered fries. Mine didn't come.
Yep.
I was very upset. John's did come. So we ordered extra food on top of the 3 sandwiches that we ordered. And I think we both did we both get shakes?
No, you got a shake.
Did I get a Shamrock shake?
Oh, no, I got a Shamrock shake. Did you get a Shamrock shake?
I don't remember. I think I did.
I feel like, because
that
I
time of
remember
year.
dipping my fries into my Shamrock shake
Nice.
just to mess with you.
Because I
you
didn't
get any fries.
So pissed.
Well, it's good. It's good TV.
Yeah, it was a good visual
good TV.
joke. All right. Well
Yeah.
done on that.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
I also have some content, John. I spent about 45 seconds looking for something to talk about.
God bless the internet.
And I know technically we're still in the holidays.
Right.
If you count New Year's Eve as a holiday. I definitely do. It's the holidays.
It's a holiday. And not only that, it's universal. It doesn't matter what religion you are. You might celebrate another New Year's as well.
That's true.
Yeah. There are a couple different ways you could do that. But I think most people acknowledge that there is a calendar that is followed by most of the world that it changes over between December 31st. I don't even remember.
John, what is wrong? Are you okay?
I don't know, Kat, so much.
Are you okay?
Between the pandemic and the approaching holiday season, because it's approaching us, right? Well, it's actually we're in the taint of it, obviously.
We're in the taint of it.
Yep. There's a whole alcohol thing that happens in the taint.
I see. Oh, fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
Well, because we're still in the taint.
Yep.
It counts. This article is still relevant to our episode today.
Okay.
I found a couple articles. The first one is from the UK media themed episode.
Nice.
It's the dailymail.uk. Sorry, dailymail.co.uk.
Right. If it's not the co.uk, you're not really getting the UK.
Exactly. Don't accept anything less. Mm-hmm. This, John, is a list of the most bizarre Christmas injuries that people have reported.
Oh, my.
Now, I don't want you to set your sights too high.
No.
Okay? This is the very low-key list.
All right.
I feel like there's another list out there, but I just didn't look for it.
Somewhere out there's that sex injury list, which it was made so famous.
We can't do it.
No, we can totally do it.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Chasing Amy, where they talked about like showing their scars that they had from sexual encounters.
I see.
One Ron Bunny told us a couple. Like, don't you remember? The young lady set her hair on fire because the candles and
and he was about to have a very enjoyable afternoon.
Yeah. That ended abruptly.
It really did. Okay. Well, let's dive
Tell
into
me about
this.
these Christmas injuries.
Let's dive into this list.
All I want for Christmas is my wound to heal.
And now, I think the list I think we're going to get meta because I think there are some mistakes on this list, but also I think that the list itself was a mistake. And when we get to the end of it, let's talk about why.
Okay. Meta mist.
Number one, I don't think this is in any particular order, which is one of the first mistakes of this list.
Ding, ding, ding.
Anonymous 4-year-old girl. She did not give her name, John. Very sneaky. An anonymous 4-year-old girl put a metal bell in her ear so she could listen to jingle bells.
Okay.
That's number one.
That's pretty smart.
I mean, I don't know. For 4-year-olds, sure.
How big was this 4-year-old's ear and how small was this bell, Kat?
I have no information. It is literally one line of information.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. See where I'm going with
this?
Hey,
Telegraph. What's up?
List? What's up? Number two. A 28-year-old woman was putting up an ornament when the bar stool slipped under her. I'm guessing she was up on a bar stool, hanging some ornaments.
Right, like you do.
When the bar stool slipped under her, causing vaginal trauma from the landing.
Okay.
That's all I got, man. There's no details. I'm sorry. Don't ask questions. I don't know the answers.
Oh, Kat. I'm so disappointed in the Daily Telegraph and you.
Hey, listen. This is not my fault.
Okay.
Number three. An unarmed 36-year-old man. Unarmed. Nope. No. Unnamed.
Unnamed. Okay. That changes
drinking,
the whole
John.
Color of this story.
Unarmed.
Unarmed. He had no arms.
No, in fact, he has
no name.
Arms, but he has no name.
Which is it, Kat?
I'm going to start
What's the real
over.
story? Come on.
I'm going to start over.
Stop prevaricating. What's going on here?
An unnamed man, he's 36 years old. He accidentally swallowed a drawing pin when he was putting up Christmas decorations when he looked up and sneezed. John, what's a drawing pin? Is that a British thing?
Well, I think that you might use... Okay, here's you might use drawing to differentiate between a pen that you keep animals in, although I don't know how anybody could think that someone would swallow that.
I have the answer.
Well, give me 1 second though, because I don't want
to spoil your answer.
Let me conjecture here. In Indiana, where I grew up, people have a very difficult time with, and I may have mentioned this before, with the short E sound and also with the short I sound. They both of those sounds sound to anyone from anywhere else like a short I sound.
I see.
So as a result, when they would say, "Can I borrow a pin?" people wouldn't know whether you wanted something that was sharp on one end or something that was something that you write with.
I see.
So in Indiana, if you want to ask for a pen, you have to call it an ink pen.
Ah.
Because otherwise, there's no way of knowing whether you're talking about a pin or a pen, because they're both pins. Mm-hmm. All right, tell me what's up with the drawing pen. It sounds like there's more of an explanation here than on the others.
There is. I mean, thanks to Wikipedia.
I mean, unknown causes of vaginal trauma. How am I supposed to learn from this and make sure I don't cause myself vaginal trauma?
Don't do anything on top of a bar stool. I think that's fair. That's good advice.
A third of the things I enjoy, Kat, happen on a bar stool.
So apparently, and I'm sure AK can confirm, in British English, a drawing pin is what we in North America call a thumbtack. Now,
okay.
Why it's called a drawing pin? Let me read further into this Wikipedia story.
I have to admit that I thought you said a drawing pen.
Well, maybe I'm from Indiana.
Maybe
John.
you're from Indiana secretly.
I've been keeping it from you all this time.
This whole thing is messing with me because usually British words, once I figure it out, they make more sense. Like, did you know, Kat, when Americans say that two things are different, we say A is different from B. And British people say A is different to B.
Ah.
And that makes more sense.
That is interesting.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, did you know that this is turning into a hysterical story. Did you know that the drawing pin was invented in name and first mass-produced in what is now the United States in the mid to late 1750s?
I did not know that, Kat.
It was first mentioned in the Oxford English Dictionary in 1759.
Wow.
It was said that the use of the newly invented drawing pin to attach notices to schoolhouse doors was making significant contribution to the whittling away of their Gothic doors. These fucking pins are destroying the Gothic doors, John.
That's terrible. Some of my best doors are goths. I don't know.
Yeah, this isn't as interesting as I thought it was going to be. Well, anyways, don't know why, but no, there's no explanation as to why it's called a drawing pin.
AK, please.
I guess you're putting up drawings with a pen? Like, oh, the kids made a drawing. Let's pin it up with this drawing pin. Very specific use. Let's go back to the list.
Yeah, let's do it.
Number 4.
Okay.
On the list of 6 most bizarre Christmas injuries according to the Daily Mail.
Oh, it's the Daily Mail. Why did I think it was the Telegraph? I don't know.
What's the difference? Is there a
It's on the
difference?
Mail, Mirror, and I'm bringing up Telegraph. Go ahead.
Another bizarre case saw a 64-year-old woman sprain her foot after dropping a 4-foot wooden Santa on it. This is a terrible list.
This is awful.
Why am I reading it?
Who compiled this?
I'm going to keep going.
Make something up. It'll be more interesting.
I think I will. Oh, here's number 5.
Okay.
While a 50-year-old woman who had been standing on a chair, this is a common theme, everybody. Don't stand on chairs. Ladders.
Especially, yeah.
Ladders.
You may cause yourself vaginal trauma.
You don't want that, okay?
By the way, this episode might need to be titled Vaginal Trauma.
While a 50-year-old woman who had been standing on a chair hanging Christmas lights fell and struck her rectum on the tree branches, which caused
Sorry.
a tear. I'm assuming a tear in her rectum.
Yeah, not in the tree. No.
No, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there.
I mean, I don't know how you strike your rectum on something. It's pretty, I mean, it's in there. There's very protective material around it, I would think, in most cases.
Her rectum on the tree branches. I mean, how big was the tree? did she like fall and topple onto the tree? So the tree fell and then she landed like on a,
Yeah,
like
it got it. It
sit and
went.
spin situation. And then it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I've torn my rectum.
She was penetrated by a Christmas tree.
Oh my God. What is happening, John? Why are we doing this?
I don't know. We have rectal trauma. We got vaginal trauma. We got your trauma.
All right, here we go. Number 6.
Oh,
The
boy.
big finish, the big
Yep.
finale.
Oh boy.
This is what you've been waiting for. You ready, John?
Probably not.
A 66-year-old man who was working at home
Yep.
was left dizzy after the wind reportedly blew him around and around. This is the dumbest list. I am so sorry. I saw vaginal trauma and I was like, this is our list.
This is.
I don't have to vet it. I'll just read it on air.
Classic my mistake material. What the he was the wind blew him around. Was he hanging from something? What was
I don't know. It doesn't say. This seems like I've been pranked. Like this is a joke, right?
All right, you found out about the secret fake web page that I've had up there for 2 years waiting for you to find it.
I don't. What?
I don't know.
What?
Kat, let me rescue you from that dismal
Thank you.
failure.
I want to apologize to our listeners. I am so sorry.
It's okay. This is going to make everybody forget all about that, Kat. Just so you know. Although I haven't read all of it either, so we'll have to see.
It's a theme. It's a theme.
It's the my mistake roulette, news roulette is what we're doing. This is actually from November 17th, and I can't believe that we haven't found it between then and now. And when I tell you the headline, you're not going to believe it.
I don't believe it already.
Investigators identify foot found in Yellowstone hot pool.
Yes, I heard.
Yeah.
I saw this blurb and I got distracted and I never looked into it.
Well, here we go.
This is it.
Buckle up. Park officials said the unattached appendage belonged to Il Run Ho, a 70-year-old man from Los Angeles. But it isn't clear how he ended up in the spring.
Oh no.
Yellowstone National Park, Wyoming. A foot found floating in a Yellowstone National Park hot pool last summer belonged to a 70-year-old man from Los Angeles, park officials said Thursday. It still isn't clear how the man, Il-hun Ro, wait, is that what they said at the top? Yeah. No. It went from Il Run Ho to Il-hun Ro. This is not right. This is not right.
Okay, I'm sorry. Which publication are you reading?
HuffPost needs to really
my
up their game here. This is
God.
not okay.
Come on.
This man is dead.
Yes.
And they've swapped the letters in
horrible.
in his name.
This is like journalism mistakes. This is what this episode is.
It really is. It really is. I thought I was going to rescue us from that, but
No.
okay. So this
Here we
man's
are
name
again.
was either Il Run Ho or Il-hun Ro, and I apologize for whichever. Anyway, it still isn't clear how the man ended up in the spring, but that investigators don't suspect foul play, park officials said in a statement.
I mean,
That's
okay.
interesting.
I think we all assumed it wasn't foul play.
I don't know. I mean, it's a way of disposing of a body, I suppose. I mean, who
Pretty
can go in and
elaborate.
get it?
I guess.
Okay, so now it looks like they're sticking with Roe. They're sticking with Il-hun Ro.
Doesn't mean it's right.
I know, but what choice do I have? I'm going to read what they say. Park staff found Roe's partial foot inside of a shoe in Abyss Pool in the park's West Thumb Geyser Basin in August.
Awful.
They found a foot in the thumb. Oof. Investigators concluded that whatever happened to Roe occurred on the morning of July 31st, but that nobody saw it. They identified Roe through a DNA analysis and notified his family, officials said. Abyss Pool is 53 feet, that's 16 meters to you and me,
Oh, thank you.
deep, and about 140 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 60 degrees Celsius. Ooh, I'll take the 60 degrees Celsius, thank you. That 140 degrees Fahrenheit sounds way too hot.
Sounds manageable.
In such springs, hot water cools as it reaches the surface and then sinks as it is replaced by hotter water from below. The circulation prevents the water from reaching the temperature needed to set off an eruption like those that happen in the park's geysers. And that's how that article ends.
Oh,
Kat.
that's that then.
I mean...
Well, mystery's been solved.
Il Hun Ro, or if you take the earlier part of the article, Il Run Ho.
Poor guy.
Yeah. I mean, what's really messed up is they don't even state, like, where's the rest of him? I mean, was it in there? Is it? I don't know.
That no one knows.
I really thought we were going to get an answer.
There's no way to know.
There's no way of knowing. I really thought we were going to get an answer to our question instead of just a name or maybe two different names.
Maybe his name.
Maybe his name. I don't know.
We have more questions than we did before. Right?
It's true. It's true. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Kat, that's what I got. I don't know if I was able to rescue us from the 6 Christmas injuries.
I don't think you were.
Yeah, probably not.
But you tried. You tried.
Yeah.
So listen, I found this other article.
Oh, good.
But I don't know if I don't trust it. I didn't vet it. You know,
Kat, we can always cut it out.
Okay, well, this one's, I don't know. Let's see how it goes.
Okay.
This is on BuzzFeed. Our friends at BuzzFeedNews.com.
Thank you, BuzzFeed News.
This article is very timely. It's from December 21st, 2018. Mm-hmm. 23 ridiculous holiday injury stories that actually happened to real people. Not those fake people from that last article I read.
Okay, Kat. I'm going to trust you on this one.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm skimming. I think number 2. We're going to start with number 2.
Okay. As is tradition.
An indoor sledding session that turned dangerous and knocked over an blank. And I don't want to tell you what it is because it kind of ruins the joke.
Okay.
Since we didn't have snow...
An antelope penis. Am I right? Did I guess right?
Have you read this?
I mean...
This is from Baby Bluebell 9, everyone's favorite Twitter user. Since we didn't have snow, my cousins and I tried to sled down our grandparents' stairs in a plastic box. How adorable. Uh-huh. My cousin went first and fell out about halfway down, breaking her elbow, wrist, and 2 fingers.
Oh, God.
Before crashing into a table that had a fancy vase on top, which ended up falling on falling on her head. Now imagine this, John. Mm-hmm. Young kid in a plastic box comes shooting down the stairs. Mm-hmm. She falls out halfway, breaks her elbow, wrist, couple of fingers, and then at the bottom of the staircase, she crashes into a table. The vase on top of the table falls off and crashes on top of her head. Mm-hmm. John, that vase contained her grandmother's ashes.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Merry Christmas, John.
I don't think that's a vase. I think it's an urn.
I think it isn't. See, it says urn in the thing. I didn't want to ruin it.
I know.
Because it ruins the gag. Mm-hmm. Come on, BuzzFeed News. What are you doing?
You're not burying the lead.
No.
When you should be.
Let's see here. Okay,
we're scanning. We're skimming.
Number 3.
Okay. All right.
I think this is a common theme on our podcast that maybe went a little too far. The guy who overdid the holiday cheer part when spending the holidays with his girlfriend's family.
Oh boy. Okay.
It happened to my sister's boyfriend. Let's call him Dean.
Let's do.
On Christmas Eve, many years ago, Dean drank an entire case of beer that afternoon and passed out. Mm-hmm. We didn't know he drank the beer and thought he was napping. My sister forced him to get up, and we took separate... Oh, no. We took separate cars to a Christmas Eve party.
Okay, no.
My dad had Dean ride with him. Okay.
Good.
Dean's not driving. Okay.
No. But he's with her dad.
He's with her dad.
In an enclosed space after drinking an entire case of beer. Yeah.
He was not too keen on Dean's decision to get hammered and let Dean know. So I guess, father-in-law figured it out.
Sure.
This prompted Dean to become an angry drunk and out of a moving car.
It's not like I know anybody who's ever done that.
No,
Nope.
who does that?
Who would do that?
Blood everywhere. Cops and ambulance came. Chaos ensued. Dean was oh no. Dean was flighted to a city an hour away, and that's how he ended up in the ER at 2 a.m. Christmas Eve.
Oh my God.
He ended up having minor injuries, so don't feel too bad for the guy. Luckily, my sister's no longer with him and is instead happily married now to a great guy.
Whatever could have convinced her to not be with that dude?
Oh,
who's
Dean.
a giant loser.
What a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Drinks a case of beer. He's at his in-laws' house, drinks a case of beer for fun, and then freaks out on his father-in-law.
Wow.
Jumped out of a car, almost killed himself.
Great. I think, I don't know about you, Kat. I think the girlfriend's dad, I think he kicked him out of the moving car. And Dean, homeboy was too wasted to remember. So he's like, I said I jumped out. I guess maybe I did.
There were only two people there, and one of them was Dean.
That's right.
Who are you going to believe?
I mean, I'm still going to believe the dad, but I'm going to give him a wink.
Way to go, Dad. Here we go. I mean, we're on a roll here. I'm feeling this list, I think, is redeeming me.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, maybe not you, but the show.
We're just going to go number 4. The toddler who was in the wrong place at the wrong time on New Year's Eve.
Okay, first of all, how does a toddler get to be in the wrong place at the wrong time? Bad parenting. That's
well,
how.
this toddler is unnamed, so we don't know for sure.
It's another anonymous toddler. A likely
took
story.
A bus or...
Why aren't these toddlers more forthcoming with their information, Kat? Come on.
Very, very skeptical.
There's a conspiracy of toddler information withholding going on in this country.
A conspiracy of toddlers. That's kind of I like that.
I like that. From now on, whenever there's a large group of toddlers, it is a conspiracy of toddlers.
So this happened when I was around 2 years old.
Okay.
My parents were running around the house getting ready for our annual family New Year's party.
Okay.
Somehow in all the rush, no one noticed that I was hanging out by the door. Okay.
Okay.
My finger just so happened to be in the way of where the door hinges close. To this day, no one will admit to having been the one that shut the door on my finger. We spent most of New Year's Eve and all New Year's Day in hospital because my whole fingertip had been severed.
Oh my God.
Luckily, they were able to reattach it.
Well, that's great.
To this day,
Mystery
no one
toddler.
will admit it.
I have a story that we may not have time for me to tell it now, but please remember the shutting the finger in the door thing, because I have a story about that if I haven't told before, I could tell now.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm looking for a closer here.
Okay.
Let's try this one.
All right.
We'll see. I'm skipping to number 13. The woman who found out the hard way that ornament caps and barbed fish hooks have a lot in common.
Oh, dear.
One Christmas, my mother got a metal ornament cap embedded in her heel. Seems simple enough to just pull it out, right? Well, the wires that go inside in the ornament and stop the metal part from falling off also were in her foot and spread out in the same way it does in the ornament.
You're just an ornament now, lady.
We have to hang you up,
get
Mom.
Used to it.
Sorry,
this
Mom.
Is how
we
you
have to
sleep
put you
now.
We have to put you on the tree.
Yep.
We had to go to the ER and have them remove it with special pliers. Let's see. You were talking about eggnog on our last episode, weren't you?
I just had an eggnog earlier this evening.
Hey.
I have decided that the only whiskey that you should ever put into eggnog is Maker's Mark, and that's my decision, and it's final. Go ahead.
That's a good tip. I'm not going to read the title because I think I'm blowing the ending on all these things.
Okay.
When
Well,
I was
don't blow it.
when I was 8 or 9, I made my own breakfast of ramen and 2 glasses of eggnog with no supervision. After much vomiting.
Clearly. That's the only way you can make that breakfast is with no supervision.
course.
Because if you have supervision, you're not making that breakfast.
No, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be in the care of your parents.
No.
After much vomiting, I was rushed to the hospital where everyone thinking with everyone thinking my appendix burst, the doctor in the ER did a checkup, then asked me what I had eaten. I told him about the eggnog and ramen and ended up just getting some real food and anti-nausea meds. But I haven't had eggnog in 13 years, and I probably never will again. That was not a great one to end on. I don't know. I thought for sure.
You like downers, Kat. That's great. I mean, clearly some people out there like downers.
Let's see. Ooh.
Yeah?
That's too long.
Clearly you're going to edit.
Oh, it's completely, yeah.
Types.
Okay. Before I was born, my family went Christmas tree shopping, and my brother wanted to scare my parents. He hid among the trees, and when he jumped out to scare my family, he cut his head open on a truck bed or something sharp. They spent the night in the ER getting stitches. Surprise.
Ouch. Surprise. Happy New Year.
Not my injury, but a few Thanksgivings ago, my aunt fell by tripping over that little hump at the end of the parking space when she went to get the paper for the Black Friday ads. She ended up breaking her shoulder and needed surgery. John, needless to say, she didn't get the deal she wanted.
Oh, no. All
right. Well, I don't know.
Kat, I have tripped over those things. The concrete things in between the parking spaces to keep you from pulling forward. Also, the big one that I think a lot of people have done, and I'm not excluded from this. You think you can just pull through and go, and then and you forget that it's under there, and then you're like, next thing you know, you're up on top of it with your tires, and your Prius is complaining, and it's a whole mess.
I always double check before I pull out because that's my nightmare.
Yeah, but I have tripped over them. I have rolled over them. It's a whole thing. And the problem is once you put your front tires over it, it's like,
stuck, right?
What do I do? Do I back up? One way or another, you're going over it again.
Yeah, I would just power through. I just punch it. Like, I gotta get out of here. I don't care what I do to my Prius. I gotta go.
Sorry, Prius.
Sorry. Okay, here's one last try. I don't know. I feel like I should have ended with the starter. It doesn't matter. I fell through the attic floor like in Christmas Vacation, but instead of landing on a bed, I landed on the concrete garage floor and fractured my spine.
Oh, jeez.
At least I didn't have to run the turkey trot the next morning.
Oh, man. Have I told the story on here before of my sister chasing me through the house, and then she caught me and grabbed me, and I fell over, and she fell on top of me because she was holding on to me, and my head hit the floor at the same time that the entire weight of her body hit my head.
Oh, boy.
And my mother was in the basement ironing, and we had the poured concrete, and it cracked. I cracked the poured concrete floor / ceiling of the basement right above my mom's head while she was ironing. And then I got up and ran away from my sister.
Was there blood, John?
There wasn't.
That's amazing.
No, but I'm convinced that the shape of my head was altered forever that day.
Yeah, how could it not be?
I mean, right? Mm-hmm. Yep, it happened. True story.
Just be careful out there, everybody. Watch yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Do. I mean, I got some stories if you want me to read some more stories, but
let's do that. I don't know. You got a good one? Or?
I mean, I don't know, because I haven't had time to read them. We're recording this in real time.
Hey, look at
I got some news of the weird from LA Weekly.
Let's do it.
It's from a couple of weeks ago, but I bet you haven't read it. A fugitive from Georgia gets caught after trolling the cops' most wanted post, asking to be arrested. Oh. Kat, a man from Georgia with 2 warrants for felony violation of probation gets himself arrested after he commented on the county sheriff's office most wanted Facebook post asking, "How about me?"
Okay.
The department then responded with, "You are correct. You have 2 warrants. We are on the way."
That's helpful.
Right? This is the first time anything good has ever happened from a Facebook post in my experience. I'm just going to say that right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
After the man's arrest, the police added, "We appreciate you for your assistance in your capture."
That's amazing.
Yeah. All right.
Very
Next.
helpful.
Right? These are like bam, they're in, they're out. I'm going to go ahead and read these titles too. Texas home is allegedly haunted by hooker ghosts.
Oh no.
Now, we enlightened these days call these folks sex workers, but
Thank you.
back in the day they were called hookers. And apparently there was a general hooker who apparently would have women who were sex workers travel with his soldiers. And he had the most content infantry, whatever, battalion. I'm just throwing words out there. But yeah, so apparently General Hooker then gave his name to sex workers, I guess. Was that they're now called hookers. They were called hookers. Now they're called sex workers.
Yes, you keep saying the word that we're not supposed to use anymore.
I know. I'm sorry. It's bad. But we're in a transitional period now. Still, kind of. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to be enlightened. A homeowner from Texas claims her rental home is haunted by hooker ghosts. Their words, not mine. She claims that male renters experience different parts of their bodies getting stroked.
Oh.
The homeowner also added that it stirs up the business as more people rent her home to figure out the paranormal spectacle. Mm-hmm. I think this lady is basically publicizing that her rental property is comes with, hooker ghosts, so that, this bunch of dudes are like, okay, I'll rent it.
Hey, John, is there an address on that?
There is not.
Oh, okay.
No, okay, I'm sorry. Actually, wait, there is a link to a further article.
I mean, honestly, she should Airbnb that shit.
Ooh, I should also always check where the link is going to. And turns out it was a Fox News article.
Oh, no.
And it's been removed since. Go figure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Cat, an overly excited dog pulls the fire alarm and sends the fire department over to the doggy day camp.
Oh, no.
A fire department from Iowa rushed to a doggy day camp after a very excited dog accidentally pulled the fire alarm. As punishment, the dog had to wear a signboard around her neck that said, "Dear fire department, I'm sorry that I pulled the fire alarm today." The department accepted her apology.
That's very big of them.
Yeah, the dog is never at fault in these situations. Is my opinion on that. It's like, why is there a fire alarm pull in a place where a dog can get to it?
100%.
Yeah, that's just bad dog owners.
I agree.
Or babysitters or whatever it is they're doing there. Vicious wild turkeys are terrorizing a Massachusetts neighborhood.
Oh no!
A wild turkey named Kevin. I love it already. I'm in, Cat. I'm on board. Yep. A wild turkey named Kevin is leading a gang of turkey goons to take over the neighborhood for themselves. One of the residents, parenthetical, or victims, reportedly claims, "They're up at 6 a.m. in my lawn and start chasing us, trying to pop the tires. As frightening as they are, Kevin and his squad," these are turkeys again, Cat, I'm going to remind you, "are cherished." Another resident states, "They kind of grow on you a little bit."
Oh, Kevin.
Okay.
That's cute.
Yeah. And the last one of this group, worn out sandals owned by Steve Jobs in the 1970s were auctioned for $218,000.
Okay.
And it just goes to show, Cat, tech bros don't know what money is for. A pair of brown Birkenstock Arizona sandals, which are the kind that you and I both wear.
Sure.
Mine are usually black, not brown, but okay. They're still Arizonas. Are once owned by Apple co-founder Steve Jobs, was auctioned for $218,000 and was sold for $220,000. Okay. That's, I think they said the starting price was $218,000 and then they actually sold for $2,000 more than that.
Okay.
Go figure. The well-used sandals were what he wore back in the 1970s when he was still creating Apple. His pair of Birkenstocks were also exhibited previously in Reims, Germany, and Milano, Italy. Oh, God, Kat.
Okay.
Here's the thing, right? Like, listen, I love Apple products. I use Apple products.
I do too.
They're great.
I'm a cult member.
Yeah, but here's the thing: like Steve Jobs didn't actually invent or create any of those Apple products. Mm-hmm. He definitely was instrumental in getting some of them made.
Yes,
I will grant him that. But I kind of it's more and more of this, like the whole Elon Musk thing, which we're not going to get into right now. But it's like these guys who actually didn't they had nothing to do with the actual hard parts of building this stuff, and yet somehow, like when people say who invented the iPhone, oh, Steve Jobs, totally. No, Steve Jobs didn't invent the iPhone. He just cracked the whip on actual workers who actually were smart enough to do the things, and they did them.
And he was wearing Birkenstocks.
Birkenstocks the whole time.
Probably a black turtleneck.
Totally. Yeah. I'm much more of a fan of Steve Wozniak, his partner.
The Woz.
The Woz. Still alive and happy and giving money to good causes. And
I am sort of friends with his daughter.
Oh, nice.
Sort
Who knew?
of.
Well, you can tell her that I like her dad better than Steve Jobs. So
she didn't take his last name, so I don't know how much she likes him. But she was on our tri-team.
Nice.
Many years ago. Yeah. Very nice young lady.
I love it.
Low-key a billionaire.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Woz has Jobs' money, but who cares?
He's doing okay.
He's doing fine.
Woz is okay.
I'm not worried about the Woz.
Don't worry about the Woz.
Nope.
Well, because you know what? Woz ain't worrying about you.
Woz ain't worried about me. And that's fine. He shouldn't be. There are people who Woz should be worried about, who are not me. So I'm okay with that.
I agree.
Yep. Amen to that. Kat?
John?
I'm looking at the old clock on the wall.
The old ticker.
And it's looking like fuck Mike Pence o'clock. What do you think?
I think it is about time to go ahead and fuck Mike Pence.
All right. Merry fuck Mike Pence-mas.
And happy new fuck Mike Pence year.
You and your loved ones.
Watch out for those bar stools.
Vaginal trauma.
No. You should never whisper that into a microphone.
Vaginal trauma.
Stop. Please stop it. My nightmares.